Hey, soul survivors. I wanted to talk about the orange peel theory that is going around TikTok and the internet. So, what it is you are supposed to have this orange, and even though you're fully capable of peeling it yourself, you ask your significant other to peel it for you. And if they don't peel it for you, it shows that maybe they're not going to do the little things for you. Be careful doing that because it's a test and people may fail that test. So, if you remember back in school, there's certain things that you failed. Maybe you got a 78 and then an 82 on the next test, things like that, to where it's not 100% perfect. So you see people breaking up relationships over this orange peel theory and thinking that the other person's selfish, that they don't care about your needs. You're fully capable of doing it. And it does show sometimes, they do that for you. That's fantastic. But I know when I was in a relationship, my ex had asked me to go to Jerry Springer with him to see if I could get off work. Now, this was a setup. And so I told him, that I would take time off. And then he got all upset with me, told me that I need to be responsible. I shouldn't be taking off cosmetology school at that time. And I was hoping that we would have some time together, and finally, we're going to have this opportunity to go somewhere, have time together. It touched my heart just to have it crushed. So when we test the person, they don't always know what like the outcome is. I was thinking it was time to spend together, and he was hoping for me to show, even though I was going to school on time all the time. He just wanted to see how responsible, I guess, that I was. And if we had discussed that, that was more important, things like that, but it's a setup. So with this orange peel theory, that we have to look at the big things. If your car breaks down, are they going to help you when they're able to? To throw away a relationship over an orange peel, whether or not this person on that day is going to peel it for you, that's very superficial, and it does not show who they are as a whole person. And it could be awkward to them too. Like, you're right there, and we have to give some grace in certain things. So if you are wondering if your person is there for you, look at what they're doing without you having to test them, because tests can go wrong. And be careful that can of worm that you're opening up. Maybe they're even feeling that vibe. If you're recording it, why are you recording it? Is there lack of trust, or look inside deeper than doing a test? We should be able to trust our person. We should feel a closeness with them. We should see patterns. Do they help others out? Do they help us out if we're trying to do something and we're having a struggle? Do they come forward? Do they offer it themselves? A lot of times people are more likely to offer than to feel demanded. So if you're struggling, will they help you? If you're like, oh, I can't get this, or I can't open the pickle jar, do they offer to help you? Something like that is more than you being fully capable and testing them. So it's the way that we handle certain relationships when we tell people, or people don't like to be controlled. And, we probably don't either. That when we're in a healthy relationship, that the way that you guide through the rough spots are really tricky. And it's through the setting of boundaries. It's through positive reinforcement instead of knocking the person down. Whether your person is a narcissist and you're trying to work things out, or if it's just a relationship that's kind of not up to par, that when you start berating or nagging, it's our frustrations coming out, and those frustrations are transferred onto the other person, and it's that cycle of doom that starts to happen, where we might get triggered and they get triggered, and trigger, and it's just this terrible thing that causes bad memories And the more bad memories that you have, the more the relationship's going to fall apart. If you are with a narcissist, you cannot break that cycle. It's just going to keep happening. And a lot of times it gets worse. They do turn things around on you. Look at why you want to do this orange peel theory. It's a one-time thing. You can kind of think of, maybe Christmas gifts. Maybe somebody had a rough year and they didn't give you a Christmas gift that year. Doesn't mean they don't care about you. Doesn't mean that the relationship is doomed. Maybe they had other things going on. We all have stressful lives. So don't throw away a relationship over a superficial orange test. Because when you are capable of doing things, that's good. But what matters is, do they come through when you really need them? And, who they are is what they're going to offer without you asking, offer without you testing. So have true intentions. If you wanted to go to Jerry Springer, tell your person you want to go with them. Don't set them up for failure. You're setting your relationship up for failure, for hurt, for confusion, and it can all be avoided. So instead of doing an orange peel test, maybe see if they want to sit down and have dinner with you. It just might turn out to be what you want. And if it doesn't, we have to really look at what the issues are. What is it that we're feeling a need to do this test? Are we looking for views on TikTok? Are we looking for confirmation that, yes, this person loves me? Or are we looking, yep, I knew it. This person doesn't love me. So look beyond the piece of fruit. And when you set people up, you might just be setting yourself up for failure. It's not a true test of love. Please like and subscribe. One-on-ones are available. And what's your favorite fruit?